Good afternoon, good morning, good, I guess whatever time of day it is that you're listening to this at right now. I wanted to kind of break away from the SAT for a little bit and talk about ACT strategies for you to see the similarities in the strategic thinking that you'll have between the SAT and ACT. And hopefully to give you more information about what you may want to do with which test. So let's look at this. Okay. First off, according to what I've read, the ACT is a shorter test overall, in the sense that you will spend less time taking the ACT than you should taking the SAT. But, and there's a but, there is only like one section for each one of the subject areas. Math is 60 questions in 60 minutes. So you have a lot of questions there you got to do real quick. It's broken up into the areas of basic math, pre-algebra, algebra, geometry and trigonometry, and algebra 2. So that means some of what you've covered throughout all of high school would be on there. So it might be a little bit harder at some cases, but at the same time, they're trying to give you a complete view of everything that you supposedly have learned. So what are some of these basics that we haven't covered with our SAT strategies that we can cover, also talk about here? Well, again, within fractions, talking about like working with fractions, let's talk about comparing fractions. So how do I compare, say, 2/3 to 5/15? Now, obviously, I realize you could get this down to where they have the same, or you could make this sure that they have the same common denominator, but a very quick and easy way of comparing two fractions is just to cross multiply. 15 to 2 will give you 30. 3 to 5 gives you 15. You know 30 is bigger than 15, so 2/3 is greater than 5/15. So let's compare that to 4/13 and 2/6. 6 times 4 is 24. 13 times 2 is 26. So 24 is less than 26, and that's what I'm showing there with that little symbol, the inequality symbol. So that's a quick way that you could compare fractions, rather than, I got to break it out to a decimal because y'all like to change them into decimals. Then you're like, whatever. I think y'all always want to change to decimals, just being kind of wimpy. But that's just me. That's okay. That's my rant for the minute. Let's talk about being equivalent. Okay, so you have something like 3/4. Decimal would be 0.75, and a percent would be 75%. Well, how about if I went the other way? 45%. As a decimal is 0.45, which would be 45 over 100, which gets simplified to 9 over 20. So you need to be able to make sure you can traverse through those different ideas fairly quickly. So that's actually kind of important too. And then, how about ordering? Could you order, let's say, several fractions, or say fractions and decimals, something like that? Now in this case, what I'm doing here is I'm going to convert all these to where they have the same denominator. That way all I'm looking at is the numerators. So 3/4 became 9/12, 4/3 became 16/12, 4/12 stayed 4/12, and 3/12 stayed 3/12, because they all had a common denominator of 12. Now let's put these in order from least to greatest. Well, the biggest negative is the lowest, so that's negative 9/12, then negative 3/12, then positive 4/12, and positive 16/12. And if I was looking for this on multiple choice, I would reconvert them back to their whatever form they were asked in, and then go from there. So some of these things are, like I said, are things that you've seen. You should have seen before. This is no different than what we've worked with, and we're going to see some more problems. I'll just give you a few examples with this tomorrow. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But that's pretty much it. This is all we had to go over, and I just wanted to show you some things, and we'll worry about this, how we look at basic mathematics for the next test, which will involve some ACT or SAT questions. Thank you very much, and that's it for today.